You're listening to Beyond the Stage from the Carpenter Performing Arts Center at Cal State Long Beach. In each episode, we introduce you to the artists, scholars, students, and arts professionals interpreting our world through the arts. I am here today with 3 students from the CSULB Department of Dance. I'm here with Jocelyn, Teresa, and Vanessa. How are you all this morning? Good.
Good, yeah.
I saw the fall dance showcase this would have been last October now, right? And that the Department of Dance put on, including the 3 of you, and it was a student-run showcase. And I was incredibly impressed by the artistry and everything that went into making this showcase, not only the dancing itself and the choreography, but making it during the COVID-19 pandemic when we were all isolated in our homes or separate spaces, and coming together to create something was really incredible. And not only that, but I was really impressed by the thought that went into making the showcase accessible to a wide group of people. And so I wanted to talk to the 3 of you about that because you were on the accessibility team for the fall dance performance showcase. So first, for anybody listening, I wanted to go into what does it mean to be on the accessibility team, and what was your role in the creation of the fall dance showcase around accessibility?
Vanessa speaking. I could start. So I identify as a physically disabled dancer. And so one of the things, being one of the first physically disabled dancer in the dance program, my main initiative is to create an easier pathway for other disabled artists. And this also includes generating shows that are accessible. So when we were in the process of planning the actual show, I realized that no one was going to say that we need an accessibility team. So I decided to jump on that wagon and create this new pathway for our department to make all their dance concerts accessible. I'm very fortunate to have worked with Jocelyn and Teresa, and it was a very exciting process, especially since I've been navigating the study of disability justice for the past 2 years and being able to apply that in real time to the things that I'm doing and being able to share that with this department.
That's amazing. I love that. And so this initiative that you started, it wasn't just for this performance in particular. It's a plan to move forward to make all the performances and all programming that the Department of Dance is doing accessible for everybody. If I'm understanding that correctly. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I noticed was that not only was there ASL interpreters during the talkbacks, but you included the audio descriptions for every piece, even making that a completely second filmed edition so that people could, who have visual impairments, could get the same experience or a similar experience by hearing a description of the show. I think there's maybe some people listening who don't know what that is or what that was like. So could you share a bit about what audio descriptions or audio captioning is for a dance piece?
I can go ahead and start that conversation. And then Jocelyn, Teresa, if you want to chime in a little bit. Audio description is primarily for our blind, low vision, neurodivergent population. And through the disability justice lens, I really wanted to ensure that the audio description was as interesting and exciting as if we were to watch it. And it goes beyond saying that this dancer's moving left or right. It becomes more of a poetic way of describing what's happening on screen. One of the challenges, I guess, was being able to say everything all at once. And so I got this wonderful idea from a friend of mine who was blind. Her name is Tiffany Taylor, and she was telling me that they have like a pre-program that they usually do if when we were in live watching a performance, like they'd bring in those who are blind or low vision a couple minutes before the performance to get a hands-on of like what is the show about and everything. So I decided to do for this, generate a transcription, program descriptor is what I called it, to say everything else that we wanted to say for each piece. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for Teresa and Jocelyn if they want to add in some stuff.
Yeah, similar, Jocelyn speaking, similar to what Vanessa was saying, I think the biggest challenge I had was fitting in everything I had written, because I would watch the piece and then I would sort of make a draft of what I would want to say. And then when it came to recording that, I realized, oh, I'm saying too much and what just happened is already past and I still had so much to describe. So I think for me was finding the right descriptive words that would sort of possibly invoke an image in someone's mind and, figuring out what's important to say and how should I say it in order for, the individual watching to really get that experience as if, they're in a theater, even if maybe they're in their household and viewing the performance online.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I agree with what Jocelyn and Vanessa have been saying. Like, it was definitely a new experience, and it's a very good experience to like see how you can translate it, because I feel like sometimes like as dancers, we just kind of look at dance and it's like understood, but also using these tools about how to describe dance and how we view dance and making it accessible for all audiences is such a big and important thing that we should be doing.
Yeah, I noticed that I like what you said about it's almost poetry, and having to be really thoughtful about what words you're saying, because you can't say everything. But, dance evokes, for me, when I watch dance, it evokes a feeling. The movement evokes a feeling. So it's not just the dancer moves left, it's the getting the emotion to come through about the way they move left, the feeling that's being created. That's really very true. Something I noticed as well when I was watching it is I actually ended up closing my eyes and just listening. And I think and I'd love to hear your thoughts, but something important about providing accessible modes of enjoying the arts in different ways is it's really for everybody. Everybody gets something out of this. And it's opening up the art to everyone in our community. And so even I enjoyed it and appreciated it, and found myself closing my eyes and just listening. Do you have any thoughts on that and how we can let people know that this is really for everybody in our community and it's bringing us all together? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Vanessa speaking. It is, I think, an important practice. One of the things I've been encouraging our faculty is to practice accessibility. It's not just a check mark and that's it. It's not just meeting the ADA, it goes beyond the ADA. One of the beautiful things about disability justice is that we ensure that all the accessibility needs are met as much as possible, so that for those who don't feel comfortable disclosing their disability or have more difficulties navigating this ableist system, they have a way to access this material and feel liberty without feeling like they need to be extremely vulnerable to share what their disabilities are. And it is absolutely true that everyone benefits from it in the long run. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
Beyond the Stage is produced by the Carpenter Performing Arts Center at Cal State Long Beach. Views expressed by guests of the show or the host are their own and do not necessarily represent the views of the university.